Today's story is about two best friends who have known each other since childhood. Their friendship was so deep that they shared every small and big thing with each other openly. However, there was one unspoken truth that both of them carried in their hearts. They loved each other deeply but could never gather the courage to express it. They feared that confessing their feelings might ruin their friendship. Because of this misunderstanding, they made decisions that made their lives even more complicated. Even though they pretended to be happy in front of each other, the unspoken pain and longing in their eyes were hard to miss. Will they ever be able to express their love for each other? That's what we'll find out in today's story. The story begins with Rosie sitting at a wedding, looking sad. This wedding is for her best friend Alex, and everyone around is celebrating and enjoying the moment. When Rosie is asked to give a speech, she stands up and says, "This is one of the most beautiful days of my life because today is my best friend's wedding." As she speaks, the story flashes back to scenes from Rosie and Alex's childhood. Rosie and Alex are neighbors and spend most of their time together. They studied together in school, had fun, and shared their dreams with each other. Their friendship was like something out of a storybook. As time passed, they grew up together, and their bond remained strong. The scene then shifts to Rosie's 18th birthday party. Everyone is dancing and having a great time. Rosie and Alex also dance with the others, but in the middle of the fun, they suddenly come very close to each other. Without thinking, they start kissing, but Rosie suddenly faints and falls down. The next morning, Rosie wakes up at home and finds herself in bed. Alex is already there. Rosie asks him, "How did we get home last night?" "We were both completely drunk, and I even fell down." Alex replies, "My mom brought us home." Hearing this, Rosie says, "I was so drunk last night that I feel ashamed thinking about all the things I did. I wish we could forget the memories of last night forever." Alex thinks that maybe Rosie is feeling ashamed of the kiss and just wants to remain friends. Later, they go for a walk on the beach. Greg, the most handsome boy in school, asks Rosie to accompany him to the prom party. Rosie refuses because she had planned to go with Alex. But Alex says, "If you don't mind, I want to go with Bethany." Bethany is a classmate who also likes Alex. Hearing this, Rosie feels a slight disappointment because she wanted to go to the party with Alex. She smiles and says, "It's okay, go and don't worry about me. I'll talk to Greg again." Greg agrees, but neither of them realizes how this decision is going to change their lives. In the evening, Alex goes to Rosie's house, and both of them get ready for the party while having fun. The story then shifts to the prom party, where everyone is dancing happily. Alex and Bethany are together while Rosie and Greg are dancing. At one point, Rosie gets too close to Greg, and they go to a room where they are about to get intimate. Rosie has no idea that she is making a big mistake. It's the first time for both of them, so they are very nervous. Because of this nervousness, Greg makes a big mistake. His protection slips inside Rosie. Seeing this, Rosie panics because she is afraid she might get pregnant. To avoid getting pregnant, Rosie immediately calls Alex. Loud music is playing at the party, so she steps into the lift and starts telling him the whole story in a loud voice. Alex, upon hearing this, takes her to the doctor without any delay. After the checkup, everything seems normal, which gives Rosie some relief. Once they leave the doctor's office, they head home in the car. During the ride, Alex suggests, "Maybe we should go somewhere far away from here. My dad wanted me to go to Harvard University and do a course in hotel management." Rosie agrees because both of them had shared the same dream since childhood. Rosie also dreamed of opening her own hotel someday. However, when she tells her parents about this plan, her mother outright refuses, not wanting her to go so far away alone. But Rosie's father has full faith in his daughter. He supports her and allows her to apply to Harvard University. A few days later, Rosie receives her admission letter from Harvard. Excited, she runs to Alex's house to share the good news with him first. But when she arrives, she finds Alex busy with Bethany in his room. The sound of their conversation reaches her downstairs. Suddenly, Rosie feels like vomiting. She gets very nervous and immediately goes to a medical shop to buy a pregnancy test kit. After taking the test, she discovers she is pregnant. She had already suspected this because of Greg's mistake, and now the positive result feels like a shock. She messages Alex, saying, "I need to talk to you about something important. Please meet me now." But Alex replies, "I'm going to dinner with Bethany's parents. We'll meet later." Hearing this, Rosie becomes even sadder and starts crying. The next day, Alex's scholarship letter arrives. He happily comes to Rosie and says, "Now both of us will go to Harvard together." Rosie forces a small smile and says, "It's great that you got in, but you should go first. I have some important work to take care of here. I'll come later." Alex agrees, confident that Rosie will join him soon. But deep down, Rosie is struggling with her own emotions and the reality of her situation. The day finally comes when Alex is leaving for Harvard. They share an emotional goodbye. For Alex, this goodbye isn't too difficult because he believes Rosie will join him in a few days. But for Rosie, it's heartbreaking because she knows everything is about to change. After saying goodbye to Alex, Rosie meets Ruby, the shop owner who has recently become her friend. Rosie had already confided in Ruby about her pregnancy. Ruby suggests, "If you want, you can still go to Harvard after getting an abortion." Rosie firmly replies, "No, my parents are Catholics, and for them, becoming a mother is sacred. I won't do that." Ruby then offers another solution. You could keep the baby for a few months and then give the child to a needy couple who really want a child. After that, you can go for your studies. Rosie starts considering this as a possible path. Over the next few months, Rosie takes care of herself and her unborn baby with love and dedication. Finally, the day arrives when a little angel is born in her home. Seeing her baby's innocent smile, Rosie's heart melts, and she decides she cannot give her child away. She names her daughter Katie and resolves to raise her as a single mother. Rosie's new goal in life is to become the best mother she can be for Katie. However, being a single mother and raising a child is no easy task. To make matters worse, Greg, Katie's father, disappears as soon as he learns about the pregnancy. A few months later, Rosie is out for a walk with Katie when her eyes suddenly fall on Bethany. Rosie tries to hide after seeing Bethany, but Bethany has already spotted her. As soon as Bethany notices Katie, she realizes that the child is Rosie's. Even though Bethany and Alex's relationship had ended, she informs Alex about what she saw. A few days later, Alex comes to Rosie's house to meet her. Rosie is scared when she sees him and quickly tries to hide Katie's things, but Alex already knows the truth. He asks Rosie, "Why didn't you tell me all this before?" Rosie replies, "If I had told you, you would have given up your dreams for me and never gone to Harvard. I didn't want your dreams to be shattered because of me." Alex takes a deep breath and asks, "Where is her father?" Rosie explains, "As soon as Greg found out about the child, he ran away." Alex then says, "Can I be Katie's father?" This moment becomes a happy one for both Rosie and Alex. They go to the beach and talk for hours. Rosie gets emotional and says, "I never wanted you to know about this because you're the only person who has always seen me for who I really am. Our dreams were the same, but now I've changed, and you know that too." Both of them become very emotional. After a few days, Alex returns to Boston. While sitting in a bar one day, he meets Sally, the most beautiful girl at the university. Sally takes the initiative and proposes to him, and they start dating. Despite this, Alex stays in touch with Rosie and Katie. He sends lovely gifts for Katie, and Rosie keeps him updated about every small and big detail of her daughter's life. Meanwhile, Rosie gets a job at a hotel, and her life slowly starts improving. Time flies, and 5 years have passed. Katie has grown up a lot, while Alex and Sally have started living together. However, their relationship begins to weaken. They start fighting over small things, and it becomes clear that they are not happy with each other. Rosie, on the other hand, dedicates all her time to Katie, ensuring her daughter feels loved and never misses her father. One day, Rosie receives a message from Alex. "Rosie, I'm missing you a lot. Can you come to Boston?" Rosie is overjoyed because it has been a long time since she last saw Alex. Without wasting any time, she left Katie with a trusted friend and catches the next flight to Boston. When they meet at the airport, their old happiness returns. They start having fun like they used to, partying all night, dancing, and enjoying each other's company. In those moments, they both remember their love for each other and relive old memories. The next day, while walking, they reach the university where Rosie once dreamed of studying. Rosie tells Alex, "Katie is such a sweet girl, and the most special thing is that she never reminds me of Greg. She keeps talking about you all the time." As they continue their conversation, they grow closer, and Rosie is about to kiss Alex, but Alex stops her, saying, "Maybe we should leave now, it's getting late." In the evening, Alex brings Rosie to his house for dinner. Everyone is at the dinner table, including Sally's brother, Phil. Everything seems fine until Rosie learns that Sally is pregnant. Rosie is shocked because Alex had kept such a big secret from her. Alex and Sally get into an argument, and in anger, Sally spills the entire dinner. To calm the situation, Sally says, "It's okay anyway. We've booked tickets for an exhibition. We'll go there in a little while." In the next scene, everyone arrives at the exhibition, but both Alex and Rosie find it boring. Alex can't leave Sally alone there, so Rosie quietly slips away. Alex notices her leaving and follows her. Rosie turns to him angrily and says, "You didn't even tell me that Sally is pregnant. I feel like there are so many problems between you and her. You're just pretending to be happy with all these big people around you. But deep down, you're in a lot of pain and refusing to admit it." Alex gets equally angry and fires back, "Have you ever looked at your own life? Maybe you're just jealous of my big house, my beautiful wife, and my lifestyle here. I'm happier here than you are. And yes, I'm going to have a child who will have both a mother and a father, not just one." Rosie's heart breaks hearing this, and she storms off, saying, "When everything falls apart, don't come crying back to me." After this, Rosie moves to a new house where she and Katie live alone. One day, Rosie finds a drawing by Katie that shows a complete family. Rosie realizes that no matter how much she tries to make Katie happy, the absence of a father can never truly be filled. She stares at the drawing for a long time and then sends it to Greg. The next day, while Rosie is working at the hotel, Greg suddenly shows up. Rosie wants to ignore him, but Greg apologizes, saying, "Rosie, forget whatever happened and forgive me. I was scared, and maybe you won't believe it, but I've missed you every day for the past 5 years. Just give me one last chance to be a good dad." After hearing him out, Rosie agrees, but on one condition: you have to live with Katie. Greg agrees and genuinely tries to be a good father. He takes care of Rosie and Katie, spends quality time with them, and gradually grows close to Rosie. Their bond strengthens, and eventually, Rosie and Greg get married in a church. This decision completes their small family, and they are very happy together. Meanwhile, Alex's life takes a turn for the worse. He and Sally separate after it's revealed that Sally was having an affair with someone else. Rosie learns about this when she calls Sally to talk. She's heartbroken to hear that Alex and Sally are no longer together, and that Alex didn't even tell her about it. Rosie messages Alex to apologize for her anger that day. Alex, who is deeply upset, reveals that he didn't tell her about the pregnancy because the child wasn't his. It was Sally's other boyfriend's. Rosie feels terrible hearing about Alex's struggles but doesn't know how to help. The story then jumps ahead 5 years. Katie has grown up and has a close friend named Toby. Seeing them together reminds Rosie of her own childhood. One day, Rosie's parents and some relatives go on a vacation to a place her dad had always dreamed of visiting. During this time, Rosie runs into Bethany at the hotel. Bethany has become very wealthy and often travels to different countries. When Rosie tells her about Alex, Bethany says, "I'm going to Boston soon. I'll meet him there. Just give me his address." A few days later, Rosie receives a call from her mother, who tells her that her father has passed away. The entire family gathers for the funeral, and Rosie cries uncontrollably for her dad. Alex arrives before Rosie and is there to console her. Greg also shows up, but he's not sad. Instead, he's drunk and speaks rudely to Alex. Seeing this, Alex feels uneasy about the kind of man Rosie is now living with. After this, Alex leaves and writes a heartfelt letter to Rosie, pouring out his feelings. However, the letter first reaches Greg, who reads it and hides it from Rosie. Instead, Greg gives Rosie a letter from her father, which he had brought with him. In the letter, Rosie's father writes about the happiness of fulfilling his dreams and encourages Rosie to do the same. Reading this, Rosie feels inspired to pursue her own dream of opening her own hotel. The next day, Alex messages Rosie asking, "Are you really happy with Greg?" He assumes Rosie has read his letter, but Rosie replies, "Nothing is the same as before, but yes, I am happy." However, Rosie's happiness is short-lived. She discovers that Greg has booked a secret room in another hotel. At first, she thinks it might be a surprise for their upcoming wedding anniversary, but her suspicions grow when Greg tells her he has to go out for work and asks her to take Katie to her mom's place. Rosie investigates and finds out that Greg is cheating on her. He had booked the room to spend time with another woman. Enraged, Rosie confronts Greg, punches him in front of everyone, and returns home to throw out all of his belongings. She vows never to live with him again. While cleaning, Rosie finds the hidden letter from Alex. In it, Alex writes, "Rosie, you deserve a life partner who will truly love you completely. Please understand this. I know Katie needs a father, but Greg is not right for you. I've realized that I am the right one for you. We should give ourselves another chance. If you feel the same, please call me." The letter was written months ago, but Rosie immediately calls Alex. To her shock, Bethany answers the phone. Rosie learns that Bethany and Alex are now together and even planning to get married. Heartbroken, Rosie hangs up. When Ruby hears about this, she tells Rosie, "Destiny is giving you signals again and again. Alex still loves you, and this letter is proof. If you don't meet him now, you might lose this chance forever. Go and try your luck one last time." Convinced by Ruby's words, Rosie decides to take a leap of faith. She travels to Boston with Katie, Toby, and Ruby. However, when they arrive, they find that Alex and Bethany have already gotten married. The couple looks happy together, and Rosie is devastated but tries to hide her emotions. The story then returns to the present, where Rosie is giving a speech at Alex's wedding. She talks about their deep friendship and her love for Alex, though she carefully frames it as a platonic love to avoid causing any issues. She ends her speech by saying, "I love Alex very much, and will always love him, like a friend." Alex, however, understands the true meaning behind her words. As the wedding celebration continues, everyone starts dancing. Toby suddenly kisses Katie, which upsets her. She angrily leaves the hall, and Rosie and Alex follow her. Katie explains, "Toby kissed me, but we're just friends, like you two. Will you ever kiss again? I'll tell Toby to forget it because it's wrong." Alex gently explains to Katie, "If you tell Toby today that the kiss doesn't mean anything to you, he might grow up determined to marry the most beautiful girl in the world just to show you how much he loves you." His words carry a deeper meaning, hinting at the unresolved feelings between him and Rosie. Alex's words to Katie carried a deeper meaning, though they were meant for Rosie. He said, "He might seem happier, but in reality, he'll never be truly happy without you." As Alex spoke, Rosie's eyes reflected a deep understanding. It became clear why Alex had spent time with other girls before. It was all because of a small kiss 12 years ago that had created a big misunderstanding between them. Now, after so many years, both of them had finally understood their hearts, but it seemed too late to change anything. With a heavy heart, Rosie says goodbye to Alex for the last time and returns home with her family, feeling deeply sad. Back in her city, she focuses on fulfilling her dream and opens her own hotel within a few weeks. On the opening day, everyone is present, and the atmosphere is filled with joy. Ruby runs up to Rosie and excitedly says, "Our first customer has arrived. Let's welcome him." Rosie happily greeted the guest and showed him to his room. The hotel gets off to a great start, and soon a second customer arrives. To Rosie's shock, it's Alex. Alex smiles lightly and says, "Madam, can I get a room? I don't have any luggage, and I've left everything behind to stay here." Rosie's heart races as she takes Alex to his room. There, Alex tells her, "While coming here, I had a dream on the plane. In it, we were together, just like we should have been long ago." After enduring years of distance and misunderstandings, the two finally reunite, realizing they were always meant for each other. Overwhelmed with emotion, they share a heartfelt kiss and embrace the love they had denied themselves for so long. With this beautiful moment, the story comes to a touching end. So, friends, I hope you enjoyed this heartfelt tale. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more stories. See you in the next video.